So with Spider-Man Homecoming being a huge success, we know that Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, which I'm calling Spider-Man 2 for the time being, is going to be a pretty big film. And of course it's the first film that is coming at us after Avengers 4, so there's a lot to talk about in regards to it. So before we get into the video, let me just quickly remind you guys to subscribe. And if you haven't yet, hit the notification bell to be notified the moment a new video goes up. But of course, you can't have a good Spider-Man story without a good villain. And some of Spider-Man's villains, I would say, are the most iconic that Marvel has ever produced. From the likes of the Green Goblin to the likes of Doctor Octopus, who we've both already seen in live action, there's definitely a lot of ways to take this. Now, there's been a report circulating around the web for just a little bit of time, at the time I'm making this at least, talking about how Mark Hamill liked a post asking and suggesting if he would like to play Doctor Octopus in the MCU. Now, of course, Mark Hamill is no stranger to Spider-Man as it is, as he originally voiced the Hobgoblin in the 90s animated series. And honestly, I for one would love to see him in the MCU. Now, let me just make this clear. If the DC TV universe can get him for multiple episodes for The Flash, clearly he's willing to do whatever. Because he just doesn't care really, and he wants to go where his fans want to see him. He's already worked with Disney numerous times with Star Wars, and I assume he's going to keep working with them down the road. Now, whether it's Doc Ock or something else, who really knows, but in all seriousness, I think he would make a great Doctor Octopus. Especially that we've already had one defining role for this character played by Alfred Molina, who I thought was absolutely amazing as Doc Ock. And if there's someone that could possibly take on this role and make it their own, make it just different enough, and define a new generation, I think it could be Mark Hamill. And honestly, when you look at how his acting has evolved so much, and when you look at his voice acting, when you see how talented he is, and how many different voices he can do and different emotions, I think he could be something really special that sets him apart from what we got before. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm in the minority on thinking I want him as Doc Ock, but I think it would be absolutely awesome.